We've had some issues with the Apple TV so far, not getting it to start yet. So we're gonna do a bit of fault finding and try and figure out what's going on. I would say that's the problem. Starting the day with a run to the shops to pick up some essentials. There's still a couple of things we need to have a functioning home office.
Heart torn, leaving blood stains all over the table cloth, and I can never.
Someone pointed out in yesterday's vlog that I woke up in a particular outfit. I made the vlog all day and then went to sleep in the same outfit, and asked if I showered. To everyone that helped me with my Wi-Fi issue on Snapchat, thank you. I really appreciate all the answers. If you don't follow me on Snapchat, I've been doing like these little giveaways and I've been asking my followers for some help, doing some like cash giveaways for anyone who can help me. This is a little thing I picked up based on my issue that I had in the house, in the new place, with Wi-Fi not reaching out into this area. 60 megabit a second in the kitchen, babe. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. We can live with that. Okay, the second thing I should be able to do is to change a song on my Spotify from out here that affects the Sonos system. Yes! We're in business! I just use up this link. Alright. We've got the Wi-Fi working, we've got Netflix working, we've got the Apple TV on. That's a good thing, that's a good start. The sound for the TV, haven't got it working yet. We have speakers built here into the end of the bed, and also speakers up this end of the bed too, and a big subwoofer underneath. And somehow the TV's not sending the sound to the speakers. We'll figure it out. However, that's a good start. That's a good start. Come Monday, I still will be able to trade from bed in the morning. And I'm excited about that. Hello? Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Hey, this is the social media central here in the car. We had planned to go rock climbing this morning, but it rained last night and the sun hasn't really come out properly yet, so it would be really slippery and we could fall off and die. So we're just gonna go and eat instead. In lesson 8 of the Infinite Prosperity course, I teach my students a concept known as their wealth thermostat, or their financial thermostat. Whether you are aware of it or not, everyone has a financial thermostat. 2, as a matter of fact. We all have an income thermostat and a net worth thermostat. Let me explain. Have you ever noticed your savings account sitting in a particular band, in a particular bracket, and it doesn't ever seem to go more than that, and it doesn't ever seem to go under that? It doesn't happen to everyone, but it happens to a lot of people. And the reason it happens is because this band is known as your financial thermostat. The bottom line here is your financial support. Whenever your savings account dips below whatever that level is, you feel poor. There's a certain amount of tolerance, a certain amount of leeway that you'll accept before your finances get to a certain level and you're like, fuck this, I feel like a peasant, I'm not going out, I'm not spending this, I'm just gonna save until you can get above that support level. And as soon as you get back into your safe zone, you're happy again, you're cheering. If you keep saving and you start to break beyond this resistance level, another thing comes into play. This is when your savings account breaks above your financial cap, and then you start thinking, yeah buddy, I am sitting pretty. And so then you go and be more splurgeful with your money. You go and spend here and spend there and do this and do that, until your savings account falls back into the safe zone again. Oftentimes people will spend their entire life fluctuating from down here to up there to back down there, but ultimately they're always going to end up in their financial thermostat zone because that's the zone that best serves them. Because your financial floor, your support zone, is fueled by your empowering beliefs about what you think is possible for yourself and what you think you rightfully deserve as a minimum. Whereas your financial ceiling, your resistance zone, is fueled by your disempowering or limiting beliefs. It's your maximum standard for what you think you deserve. I can go into anyone's bank account and look at their history, and I can usually tell their exact financial thermostat, both the floor and the ceiling. The thermostat itself is just a mental construct rooted in self-preservation. All it is a series of values and beliefs construed together that usually pump out a very, very predictable result. And we've all got a financial thermostat, just to differing degrees depending on our beliefs and our values. I remember hearing Jordan Belfort speak once explaining his baseline financial floor, and it was about 10 million a year. It was his income thermostat. Anything under 10 million a year and he was feeling like a peasant. He wasn't feeling good. And it's important to know your floor and your ceiling and the effect that it will have on you when you reach these extremities. For example, if you just lose a ton of money and you go into your, what I call your peasant zone, and you're feeling poor, below your financial floor, your support area, you will hustle. You will be focused, you'll be crisp, you'll be sharp, you'll engage your boss mode, you'll engage the hustle. Everything will conspire to get you back into your financial thermostat, your safe zone. Likewise, when you hit your roof or when you go beyond and you're feeling good and you've got more money than what you think you truly deserve, you will find a way to spend it. It will slip through your fingers and it will go to the point where you hit your floor, and then you'll sort of pinball in between there for the rest of time, unless you learn how to manipulate these zones, these extremities. How many times have you seen someone rise to success, they cap out, they max out their financial thermostat, and then they get relaxed and they just chill out and everything's sweet because they're sitting pretty. They lose the hustle, they lose the drive, they lose their clarity, and they fog over and they spend the money and they don't do anything and to provide more value or to hustle harder or to make more because they're beyond their zone. The truth is there is no limit to how much you can make. It just depends on what your financial thermostat is, what you think you deserve, what you value, how much you value to have. Here's my question. Do you think it's possible to have so much self-worth that you can pretty much eradicate this roof, this ceiling, this cap? Do you think you could push it so far out of the scale that you're not even going to run into it until you hit like 5, 10, 20, $50 million? And secondly, do you think it's possible to get this floor, to get this baseline, and ever so gradually over time and distance to push it up and up and up and up based on exposure, based on seeing what's possible for your life and raising your standards? And the $1 million financial thermostat question is a chicken or egg style debate. What do you think comes first? Do you think your beliefs are adjusted as a result of making all this money? Or do you think that you make all this money as a result of your beliefs about what you think are possible start to change? Some of you guys know that I did an electrical apprenticeship for 4 years. I actually became a qualified electrician. I never actually worked as a qualified electrician, but I did do my apprenticeship and I completed it. But on site, all the builders and the plasterers and the painters, they always used to say the same thing. Oh, it's such a good trade. That's a great trade to have, electrician. I mean, after you finish, you get signed off, you can go up to the mines, you'll be on big money, 140 grand a year. And at the time, I was making $300 to $400 to $500 sort of in my latter years of the apprenticeship. A week, $500 a week I'm talking about. And even then, I thought of 140 grand a year as shit. Are you kidding me? I'll throw up if I'm making $140,000 a year. I didn't actually have the results to back those beliefs about myself that I had. But even back then, I had such a high self-worth for myself. I never, ever, ever considered $140,000 a year a good income or a high income or something to look forward to or strive for. So in my experience, it's definitely a matter of changing the beliefs first. The results will follow. If you have a high self-worth, if you have a really high belief about what you think is possible for you, the results tend to follow. So why did I put this mini lesson in this vlog? 2 reasons. Firstly, I have a lot of experience with this financial thermostat thing and figuring people's out, and then also getting them to eradicate this roof and to elevate their floor. I have a lot of experience with that. Do you think it would be valuable to know that stuff? And the second reason is that right now I'm sitting on my income floor. It's been a really slow start to the year in FX, if I'm perfectly honest. So tonight I'm getting some friends around, we're gonna do some gambling, and I'm gonna try and take all their money.
I'd walk uphill for miles on miles.
Okay, looks like I lost everything in spectacular fashion. Back to work tomorrow. Mm.